Hello and welcome to episode 38 of Series 2 of Become a Legend Story Mode. Now we've had some exciting games in the last few episodes, but none will have been more exciting, or possibly ever will be more exciting, than a Manchester derby in the FA Cup. You've got the magic of the greatest cup competition in world football, combined with one of the most hotly contested rivalries in world football as well. It's the City derby, it's the FA Cup. I just can't wait to get into this really. I think we just go and have a look at the teams. Why mess around? I've been looking forward to this game for a long, long time now. Oh, and we get a little cutscene. There we are, in the middle of the huddle. Imagine who the cameraman in there must be feeling a bit weird. But there we are. Delph and John Stones high-fiving there. And yes, that does mean that Fabian Delph starts. I'm not 100% sure I'm happy with that. But, ooh, and it's Lacazette up front with Gabi. Aguero on the bench. He's a little bit tired, but I'm not too pleased about that. We haven't linked up that well. David Silva playing in defensive midfield. That's worked fairly well when he's been there. And actually Sterling and Mane have been excellent on those wings this season. We go up against the United squad who've signed. Is that Koulibaly at the back? That's a good signing alongside Rojo. Daley Blind still playing at left back. That's interesting. And they've signed Joe Hart. That's a poor signing, I would say, especially with David De Gea not even making the matchday squad today. Obviously out with an injury. They've got Cuadrado on the bench. Rashford's an option. Ibrahimovic is there also. Pogba's up to 87 overall rated. And big Romelu, he's going to be an issue, I'm sure. Mangala's looked a little bit suspect. Company also is showing his age. John Stones has been okay. Edison, the keeper, has been excellent. How's it going to go today? Let's get into it. So the record between these two sides in the FA Cup is 9 games played. 6 of them have been won by United, 3 by Manchester City. And that's pretty representative of Manchester United's dominance over City up until recently. Up until the money came in and managers like Guardiola and players like Gabi who've turned this Manchester City side from I remember when they first got the money and they got Robinho in, they had Stephen Ireland. Even then it felt like, can you buy success? Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. And trophies is what they need now. And an FA Cup win, well, that would be a great place to start this season. Let's go. Come on. Gabi lurking here, looking for the pass. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. Straight through the back of Paul Pogba there. We were looking to block a pass that we thought was coming in. It's an early yellow card here for Gabi. Obviously, emotions are going to be running high. Players coming out of the blocks with a lot of aggression, a lot of passion. That was really poor. Well, you could say a reducer. Smart move by Gabi. Let Pogba know he's there. Not really something you'd expect a centre-forward to do, but still, I've got to appreciate the passion. Mkhitaryan looks wide for Martial. I think we're going to get caught out badly by these wingers, with Mane and Sterling having to act as wing-backs. This time it goes out for a corner, but yeah, we're going to have to really watch that. I feel like we might be undone in those positions. It's going to be Pogba now to take the first corner of the game here for United. The in-swinger. Mkhitaryan's made a run. Good header away from Stones. Blin will get to this one though. Back down the line to Pogba. Got a bit of space. He'll put it in again. Lukaku will jump. Edison saves. Manchester United with all the early pressure here. Martial out to Blind. And then back into him. That's good interplay there. Dangerous ball into Lukaku. Good header away from Mangala. Martial will put it back in. Mangala again. Gets to it. Oh, Lacazette, great turn. Gabi wants it over the top. David. That's so rare that he would make a mistake like that. The ball was on. Good tackle from Vincent Kompany. Tries to keep it in, but it goes back to United. Oh, it's a lovely chip ball into Lukaku. 1-on-1 now with Edison. Edison with a massive save. As we said, he's been in great form. And the way we're playing today, he's going to need to be. Mane into Gabi. He's pulled a bit wide here. Having to keep the ball. Oh, the ball onto Silva is available. Great ball chipped in towards David Silva. Marcus Rojo does enough. I think there's space in behind this defence though, if we can find it, if we can unpick it. Martial. Expansive stuff. Company's having a great game. He knows the importance of this tie more than anyone. Oh, Gabi. Great hold-up play there. And Lacazette can spread it wide now to Raheem Sterling. Gabi's made the only run into the box. Wants it inside. That's a great pass from Sterling. The shot straight at Joe Hart. First opportunity of the game there for Manchester City. And it's end-to-end stuff. It's been a good first half. Got to feel though that Gabi could have done better there. Ghosted away from his defender. Straight at Joe Hart. He is able to punch it out for the first corner. Martial, lovely ball into the path of Lukaku. One-on-one, Mangala does enough. Great defending. We're having to do some fairly desperate defending at the moment. We've been getting it right so far. And that is half-time here. I'm guessing at Wembley. Yeah, it would be at Wembley, semi-final. Yeah, Wembley. But anyway, wherever we are, it's been a very tight game. Look at that. You can barely put anything between the two sides. Identical possession, almost the same number of passes made and shots on target. Gabi, though, with arguably the best chance of the game so far. Although United have had some good chances as well. Mourinho Guardiola is always an interesting battle. They faced each other across many different leagues in many different competitions. And there'll be no love lost, I'm sure, on the touchline. But who can inspire their team to come out in the second half and make the difference? So with the second half only just begun, there's been 2 attacking substitutions from either side. Lukaku is off. Oh, and that's a lovely ball over the top. Rojo does enough. Just couldn't get there. Anyway, Aguero on now and Ibrahimovic on. Lukaku and Lacazette making way. Gabi Guerrero is reunited. Will that be the difference here? Ibrahimovic, though, is the first substitute to get a shot in, forcing a good save from Edison. Oh, that's a nice ball from Silva. Or is that Silva? Gabi has to find a way out of that. Does well to find the ball out to Raheem Sterling. Now Aguero. Ball round the corner looking for Raheem Sterling. Gabi wants it short. Back to Aguero, edge of the box. He'll have an effort. Gabi dances. Still Gabi. Gabi will have the effort here. What? Oh my word. I was concentrating so hard there. I went completely mute. But Gabi somehow kept the ball. It was glued to his feet. And then he turned away from Paul Pogba and suddenly found himself in an incredible amount of space. And he gave it a little knock up just to get it in the air and then perfectly directed it past De Gea into the bottom left-hand corner of the goal. It's not De Gea, is it? And that probably has helped there. Joe Hart unable to react to that for effort. Let's take another look. I mean, it was very, very tight in there. Gabi found his way out and then did Pogba with a turn. Little flick up there and then smashes it past Joe Hart. Nowhere to be seen. It just opened up. He went out. Maybe they were expecting him to look for a ball, but then suddenly a drop of the shoulder back inside Pogba. No one else there to get close to him. And he just let it bobble up, a little flick to get it off the ground. And then put his laces through it and it was laser guided into that bottom corner. Long ball looking for Aguero. He gets the header on ahead of Marcus Rojo. Oh, and that was a nice idea, but it's fallen to Gabi. You'll see the on-running Raheem Sterling. Left foot effort comes in. Gabi's going to get to the rebound, and I don't believe it. It is absolute dreamland here for Gabi goal, and he grabs his second. Right place, right time, this one. But I think it's been deserved. We've come out in this second half, and we have looked 3-4 times the team we did in the first. That was almost a really nice ball from Sterling, but what was Rojo doing? Straight back into the path of Gabi, unselfishly. Plays it into Sterling, and then Koulibaly just didn't react. Dali Blin's had his day, clearly. And Gabi snuck in for an easy tap-in. Just as soon as we got the ball back, we had 3 men bombing forward into the box. Sterling shot. I mean, you would expect Joe Hart to do better with that. You'd probably expect De Gea to have either caught that or punched it out of harm's way. But with Hart in goal today, yeah, 2 errors, you would say. And 2 goals here, both for Gabi. Can he get an FA Cup hat-trick against Manchester United? That would be great. We'd love that. Oh, Gabi bullies his way back onto the ball. And it's a ball into Sergio Aguero to finish him off here with a third. Good save this time by Joe Hart. But Gabi giving this defence absolute nightmares here. Dali Blind caught out for the last goal. Almost caught out for this one as Gabi wrestled it back off him and Aguero unlucky not to make it 3 here. We have won a corner and we know how dangerous Gabi's been. He's going to make the run round the back and then inside. Oh, he's got away from everyone. Great save by Joe Hart. Reaction save there. And now can they break? They've got men in the attack here. It's 4-on-4 as Cuadrado, the substitute, makes his way down this left-hand side. John Stones is staying off him. Cuadrado, good footwork, but Mane's back in there with an incredible challenge. And as soon as it began, that attack was snubbed out. Gabi does well to find Aguero, and now Sterling. Gabi wants it played into the box. Rojo gets there. He's able to clear. And that's a very good clearance. Mkhitaryan will get to that. What a clearance that was. Some might call that a pass. Into Ibrahimovic. Mangala does enough. Manchester United putting a bit more effort in now. Only 10 minutes left in this one, and that's a great ball through into Henrik Mkhitaryan. His shot is wild. I think he had time there to take a touch, to chip the keeper. They need a goal soon to get back into this United, but it doesn't seem to be coming. Manchester City have got this game well under control. Route 1 stuff there, but not calm enough from Mkhitaryan. Last chance here. Mkhitaryan will receive a good ball out from Juan Cuadrado. Ibrahimovic and Cuadrado to look for in the centre. That's a great ball, surely. Wow. Wow. Zlatan. Dare to Zlatan, they say. Well, he didn't dare even challenge Ederson with that header. That was poor. And that will sum up their day here. Chance here in the 88th minute. This is a really good opportunity for the substitute Rashford to make his way into the box. Chips it in looking for Ibrahimovic. It's good defending in the end. Straight back to Ederson who can clear. They really don't look like they're going to get anything from this one. They're putting a lot of balls into the box, but we've defended so resolutely. It's been a great performance today from Man City at both ends of the pitch. A goal now would be only a consolation. And that's a good ball into Cuadrado. But again, the finishing is poor. They've been nowhere near clinical enough in front of goal. They've actually had the opportunities, but they just haven't taken them with anywhere near the accuracy that Gabi has. And that's a nice ball out now. Oxlade-Chamberlain, the substitute, will take it down ahead of Valencia. Puts it in, looking for Gabi, looking for that hat-trick. It's not to be, but celebrations begin here at Wembley as we make our way through to the FA Cup final. A massive chance of silverware now as we sweep aside probably the best team left in the cup. And sweep aside is the right word, definitely. Because although the stats, well, at half-time were very, very close, we pulled away in that second half, showed our class. Yeah, they had the shots, Manchester United, but as we said, nowhere near clinical enough. And we upped the possession. Some great fluid passing as well, exactly what Guardiola would have liked to have seen. And Mourinho now, as we speak, will be spouting out some sort of weird excuse, probably saying, I don't know, the referee said something about his dog that was insulting. I don't know, he'll be deflecting like nobody's business right now. It doesn't matter, because we're through. And once again, Gabi just cannot stop scoring. I'm not even sure how many consecutive games it is now, but it must be 4 or 5. Definitely scored in the last 2 games in the last episode. It's going to be a lot of goals in a lot of games. So there we have it. And we will play Arsenal in the final. They swept aside Southampton. And that should be an interesting tie. A tie that I feel that we can definitely win. So we're up to 22 goals now in 17 appearances. We're up to 65 career goals in 86 appearances, which is pretty good. And we're finally up to 84 finishing, which is... I mean, it shows, really it does. We're finishing everything with some ease at the moment. And unsurprisingly, we make it into the Team of the Month. The only Manchester City player to do so, which is interesting. Tom Davies has moved to Bournemouth. He seems to be doing well there. Lukaku doing well. De Gea, Keeper of the Month, didn't play in that game, and that definitely cost them. So we've got a few international friendlies, and we are starting against Chile. That bodes well. I'd be interested to see just the game plan for today. We are starting in the centre-forward position of a front three. That's exactly where we want to be. Ahead of Firmino. Great stuff. Jonas, the only other real option, actually. So we are the highest-rated pure centre-forward in the Brazil squad now, which is great. To play with Whelan and Neymar is going to be really, really good fun. Oscar as well. I'm a big fan of Oscar. Always was. I thought he was a great player. Be nice to play with him. They've got Casemiro. Coutinho as well. I'm surprised he's not in. He might struggle to play. I wonder where they'll play him, since they're not playing attacking midfielders. But yeah, we don't play friendlies, so although 2 very exciting friendlies, Chile and Germany, we're just going to have to see. Ooh, 3-0 loss to Chile. And we're still starting for the Germany game. Some bad memories for Brazil in this fixture. How will we do? Yeah, still no goal scored. Not ideal. Gabi's now simmed 9 games this season for Brazil. And yeah, 1 goal, 1 assist. Not great. We do need to start playing some of those, but we won't play until we get to qualifiers or whatever, because... just don't have the time. And now, the narrative. Okay, let's forget the small fact that in real life Gabi would be cup tied for this game, which was very kindly pointed out by commenter Matheus, excellent commenter, who is clearly not a fan of an incredible plotline, because this is an incredible plotline. So we'll just pretend that there's a rule has happened, some sort of rule, I don't know. But essentially, we are now going to be playing for Everton in the next 3 games. How exciting is that? And we start off by inviting Everton to the Etihad. So there won't be quite the atmosphere that you might expect Gabi to get when we go back to Goodison. God, if we don't beat Everton, this is going to be so disappointing. Gabi Guerrero back together again. As soon as they were together on the pitch in that second half, things just started to happen. You know, there was just so much better play happening. It really was evident that Lacazette just isn't the right partner for Gabi. Sané back in today, Sterling, Toure Gundogan, David Silva, probably my favourite midfield three. And then a Stones, Mangala and company seems to be a pretty consistent back three. As we remember, Funes Mori and occasionally Michael Keane made some incredible errors when we played with them. So if they don't do it today, I'm going to be very disappointed. I feel like we can get some goals here and then not celebrate, obviously, because we're respectful. So although there might be some bad blood, I suspect that the Everton fans can't really begrudge Gabi a move. He came in and set the Premier League alight. He was struggling at Benfica. Got a good move to Everton, a good permanent move. I think it was an important step in his career. As we've seen in real life, he's taken the loan move back to Santos. I think he needs to be going somewhere where he can make a permanent legacy. And he started to do that at Everton, but they just didn't have the quality to back him up. And he kept them playing at a much higher level than they really deserved. Got them into a Europa League spot, obviously, with his performances. But in the end, he made the right move, and, well, I don't think anyone could be really too upset. Let's get into this. Klassen into Sandro Ramirez, who's having to fill some big boots. Gabi moving to City. Good ball in. Klassen will jump for it. It's going to fall out now to Gay. Good challenge, but Baines will get to this. Into Klassen, out to Morales. We know how selfish he can be, and he will keep possession here. But he does find Barkley edge of the box. Gets away from Sterling, gets the shot in. And we're eventually able to clear. Everton spreading it well, and now Baines has got a bit of space down this left-hand side. Cuts back in, puts the ball in with his right foot. Balassi will jump with Stones. It's really well dealt with there. Gabi gets the header on into Aguero, but Gay gets there. And now Klassen into Ramirez. Has to turn away from Mangala. Lovely ball back into him from Balassi. The effort comes in. Edison with an easy save. And now Aguero. Into Leroy Sané. Gabi's made himself available down the line. Nice little chipped ball into him. Funes Mori's coming out to meet Gabi. But we'll keep it moving here. Sané. Gabi's making his way into the box. Gundogan squares it. Gabi will look to curl it here. Straight into the gloves of Pickford. Not enough power. Not enough pace. And that's our first real chance of the game, actually. Ramirez out to Balassi. We know he can do some good work out on that wing occasionally. And that's a good ball into Ramirez. Does well to keep it in. Coleman back to Barkley. Dangerous in these positions. That is poor. But it does fall back out to Balassi. Man City making a meal of this here. Sané, though. Great tackle. Aguero lays it off to Leroy Sané. Gabi's made himself available in the centre of the pitch. Gay looks to close him down, but he does well to find a way past him. Slips it into Yaya Toure. The back heel was not what we were expecting there. And that move breaks down. It's been a difficult half so far. A lot of poor play like that. Oh, Yaya Toure dispossessed by Ramirez, and he'll get a shot away. Edison takes the sting off it. Is able to pounce on it. And it's half-time here at the Etihad, and it's been a really disappointing one. Really disappointing game. Gabi with probably the only chance for Man City, yet one shot on target, and it was a limp one. Everton have maybe looked the better side. It's just not clicking at the moment. Everton playing football that we certainly have never seen them play. Big Sam has obviously improved them this season, playing some good passing football. As you can see, they're dominating possession, which is not an easy feat at Manchester City. I feel like we'll step up a gear in this second half, as we often do. Come on. Morales round the corner into Sandro. Turns back inside, back out to Kevin Morales. He's got Balassi and Klassen to look for in the box. He goes back to Leighton Baines. They're determined to work this. Klassen with the header. Oof. So close to finding Balassi at the far post, but the danger not cleared. Mangala with a good challenge. Morales still has it. Everton upping the pace here. Morales skips away. Drifts again now out to Baines. They keep overlapping. They're not content with just putting it into the box. Big Sam has turned this team into Everton Alona, but eventually it all breaks down. And with a bit more pace here, we could break. Sane into Gabi. Now he's going to be away from Coleman. Lovely work. He can slip through Aguero here. Will he get there ahead of Keane? Keane does really well. Gabi turns away from Barkley. Ball into Aguero. Back out to Leroy Sané now. Oh, he cuts back inside. Not the right play there from the young German. Still has it. Now he'll loop a ball in. It's a shot. It's a cross. It's not very much. Sandro now turns. Klassen's made a good run. But he goes back to Barkley. More patient build-up here from Everton. Being very patient. Back to Coleman. They're not afraid of going back to start the attack again. Chipped into Klassen, that's a good ball. He'll get there ahead of Stones, but it's great defending from John Stones. Still not cleared though. Coleman with a dangerous ball in. Edison, good save. Gabi dropping deep. Pushes it out to Sané. Aguero into Gabi. Finds it back out to Leroy Sané. He'll make his way into the box. Gabi's made a run, but it's floated up to the far post. Looking for Sterling there. Just couldn't quite get to it. Ball wide to Seamus Coleman. He'll get a ball in. Sandro's there. Misses the header. Massive chance. Oh, good tackle from Gabi. Wins it back. Looks to poke it into the box to Sergio Aguero. Get there ahead of Funes Mori. The shot comes in and it's a side netting for Sergio. Chances have been few and far between in this game. Gabi wins it back. And Sergio made a good run. Chips it in. He gets there ahead of Funes Mori. Always going to be difficult from that angle. Didn't work the keeper though. And that could well be Gabi's last involvement in this game. He's made it to the 88th minute. First game in a long time without scoring. And he is off here. Replaced by Sadio Mane. That's fair enough. So there we have it. Full time here in this first leg of the Europa League. So although it was a poor game, we've got to at least be pleased that we didn't allow Everton an away goal. Because they probably deserve one. It was one of our worst games in a while. Barely any chances. Gabi probably had the best one. Or Aguero at the end. But yeah. Drew an absolute blank today. Everton passing it around really well. They look decent. They've made absolutely no recruitment since Gabi's left. But they look good. They've obviously gelled pretty well. So disappointingly, Gabi's scoring run has come to an end. Spurs and Monaco. Spurs taking an early 2-0 lead in that quarter-final. That's a great result for them at home. And Real Sociedad, well, 4-0 in the first leg against Besiktas. They look like they'll be going through. So a bit of an anticlimax at the end of that one after scoring the winning goal, winning 2 goals against Manchester United in the FA Cup. We get a dead rubber in what we were hoping was going to be a really exciting game against his old club, but it failed to impress, as did Manchester City. We are starting against Everton again in the league in the next episode. It's an Everton double. And the away trip to Goodison is likely to be one fueled with emotion. And obviously a goal there would be massive in the race for the Europa League semi-finals. Managing to keep Everton to no away goals in the first leg was a pretty good result, I guess. But it's going to be even more vital getting back to the league as we sit in third place, only a point now behind Manchester United. It's such an exciting end to the season in the league and in all the cups we're in. It's really all coming together, hopefully to one massive crescendo of medals, trophies and excitement. Hopefully not disappointment. I'll see you in a bit.